What's happening, fam? L.A.R. movement still moving. Book is entitled Lessons from a Non-Custodial Father at Amazon, Kindle, and Create Space. Link will be in the description box below as usual. Go get it. PayPal link there also asked me to put it up, so I'll put it up. Thanks everybody for support. This video is entitled I'm Angry, but I'm Still Happy. I was having a conversation yesterday, and they were telling me, like, you're an angry person. I'm like, yeah. And I was laughing because I went to see Rambo like 2 weeks ago. And in the scene in Rambo, the young lady was calling, Rambo Uncle John. She's like, Uncle John, but you're a good person. You're not, mean or have a black heart. And he's like, no, I just know how to keep a lid on it. You're always that, but you know how to keep a lid on it. And I learned, and it resonated with me because I'm an angry person, but I know how to keep a lid on it. I choose to be happy. I choose to do the right thing. I choose to do my best to do right by people. I choose to do the right thing, and that keeps me happy. And I think people get caught up in the emotion of you can be angry, and it's a path that a lot of times leads to nowhere, because if you can't channel that anger, it's just gonna eat you alive, and sometimes that's the stress. You're angry, and you're always angry, and you're blowing up, and you're taking it out on people, and you're taking it out on situations because you're angry. So you let that anger manifest to the point where you're just a wrecking ball, right? Well, why I say I'm angry but I'm happy, because I've learned that you can be angry and not let anger control you. It's an emotion, it's a feeling. Do I have reasons to be angry? I have valid reasons to be angry. I have legitimate reasons to be angry. But and I'm angry at some people that I love for legitimate and valid reasons. But I can put a lid on it and not mess up a good day, not mess up a good time. You know what I'm saying? But I will say it caused me to put up boundaries, and there's a certain stopping point. Like, if you cross me on a particular thing, we'll never do that again. Now, it may take me some time to even deal with you or talk to you or even see you without having thoughts of doing something horrible to you. Because a lot of times when an angry person, I know my anger at least stems from the fact that I was done wrong, and it was unjust, and it was unprovoked, and people felt like they can get away with it. And what happened was the majority of people who crossed me, when it came time to face me, when the truth came to light, the vast majority of them had a support system, a wall around them, because they're going through something. I know they was wrong, but so they had a support system. So for me, I was like, so you get to screw me over, and you get a support system to save you from me, but nobody saved me from you. And that I don't like that. I never have. If you hard enough and mean enough and grown enough to do dirt, then you need to be hard enough and mean enough and man or woman enough to face the consequences. Because when I respond, I have to face the consequences for my response. I have to deal with people in laws and this, that, and the third for my response. Now, the reason I say that is because I'm still a happy person. I can still joke, laugh, have a good spirit. Doesn't bother me. Remember watching the Avengers, and that scene where Hulk is like, what's the secret? The secret is I'm always angry, so he can cut himself on and off when he please. When he learned that anger brings the Hulk out, but if you're always angry, you can manage it. He can accept the fact that he's angry. And I'm big on acceptance. I can accept the reality, the truth in myself and the truth in other people. And I think it's problematic to think that you can be angry but not be happy. Like sometimes people are moody and I don't understand it. And the reason I don't understand it is because when I'm upset and I'm angry and I do something, for the vast majority of the time, I remember what I did. So I remember that I might have caused somebody some inconvenience or hurt someone or hurt someone's feelings. People who are like just moody and angry, they have this like, what happened? I don't understand. I didn't, that was just that day. I must have been going through something. No, because even, I don't even justify my own actions, but I can say, okay, but I can remember situations well enough to say, we might have a misunderstanding, because if I did something, I'm going to straight up tell you I did it. And really, you ain't going to need to ask me, because if I do something to you, it's going to be eye to eye, face to face. I'm going to tell you, you know what's going to happen before it happened. So for me, confrontations, conflicts, conversations, it's not a big deal. And sometimes I don't like being angry, and that's the crazy part about it. I choosing to be happy, you can choose happiness over anger. So I choose not to be angry, even though as a person I'm angry, because it feels better to be happy. I can cut it on and off when I feel like it. But the anger, because it's not necessarily necessary. It's not. I mean, and plus, like, anger is kin to hatred. So when you operate in anger, sometimes you operate in hatred. And it's just hard to cut off. It's hard to cut off. And you realize, it's not necessarily worth it. But being happy is. Like, being happy is fulfilling. And it's more fulfilling when I think you're a person like myself who makes the choice to be happy, because, I'm happy in spite of how I could be. And you find, for me, I find a joy in that. It's great joy in knowing that, I have the ability to throw it all away, but I choose not to. And what I mean throw it all, just throw my happiness away. Because I'm not really the type of person who's, if I is regretful for what I say or do. Because if I say it, I did it. If it goes left, I really try to stop it. I really wasn't pushing for something negative to happen. It's not my style. But if it happens, that means I warned you. I tried to squash it. I walked away. So whatever happens, happens. And I'm not going to lose any sleep at night. I got friendships that I've had for years that, we still are at bay. Because, they know you crossed the line. And you never fixed it. And this is what made me choose happiness, is because I realized I could fix the situations that other people caused. And once I fix them, I can move on. And that ability to move on made me a better person. Because, you're going to deal with adversity. Adversity is going to make you a better person. And sometimes adversity angers you because some of the adversity it comes like a curveball. It's unwarranted. It comes out of the blue. But when you can say, oh man, life can throw anything at me and I got it. That added to me being happy. It diminished my anger and it helped me understand that, it's not even about a victim mentality or being a victim, because some people think, being played or hurt or manipulated or used. You're a victim, blah, blah, blah. You shouldn't let that happen. You need to stand up for yourself. Well, I get that. But a lot of people who say that, they crumble under the pressure of being stood up to. So I don't really hear it like that. But the people who just say, okay, man, I'll figure this out and keep it pushing. I get it, and that's why I say I'm angry, but I'm still happy. So we out, man. Peace. I got a sense of humor through everything too, so that helps.